Presentation is to analyze my client through the information discussed in our initial consultation. The content that will be covered includes new client information, pre-screening methods, client goals, practitioner goals, a needs analysis, and ultimately an action plan. My client is a 21-year-old male who stands 181.6 centimeters tall and weighs 76.9 kilos with a BMI of 23. Verbal and written consent was provided at the start of the consultation. My client completed 3 pre-screening forms in the form of PAR-Q, Fantastic Life Checklist, and an ESSA screening tool. The only problem my client had is a history of shoulder instability indicated on the PAR-Q and ESSA pre-screening forms. However, this was cleared by his general practitioner before the consultation. The reason my client booked the consultation was to improve his competitive surf life saving, namely the swimming leg of his Ironman event. My client is a lifeguard and has an unpredictable work schedule, however manages to go to university full-time lifeguard and go to the gym on a regular basis. According to the Department of Health, my client currently meets the physical activity guidelines. Although he is already heavily active, he is said to have 4 days a week free after uni to undertake a sporting-specific exercise program. My client lives at home and has 24-hour access to a pool and gym. My client has 3 goals he wants to get out of this program, these being to get fitter, not be as sore and better sleep, and swim faster. From this, I was able to convert these into attainable practitioner goals. As the term physical fitness is a multi-dimensional concept, my client's goals will be divided into 3 categories: health, behavioral, and exercise related. His health goal will be to improve his aerobic capacity. His behavioral goal will be to improve his recovery post-workout. And his exercise related goal will be to improve his 400-meter swim and muscular endurance. As the main objective of my client is to improve his competitive Ironman events, a brief analysis is being conducted for the sport. An Ironman event is composed of an 800-meter ski leg, 600-meter board, 400-meter swim, and 150 meters for each run leg. Typically, each leg will last about 3 to 4 minutes. Aerobic fitness, muscular endurance, and upper body strength are the most prominent fitness attributes used in the Ironman event. In relation to physiological breakdown, lifeguards are typically lean and muscular. A study undertaken by Goldenfeld Gaffney showed the VO2 max of an elite Ironman lifeguard were 68.6 and 57.9 milliliters per kilo per minute, respectively. This places them in a superior ranking in aerobic capacity. This indicates the importance of aerobic fitness and its positive correlation with performance. The focus of my client's program will be based around the swim leg. As my client is already heavily active in sport, it is assumed he has a high skill base in the technique and drag component of swimming, and understands the importance of its ability in impacting performance. My client's technique will not be evaluated or altered. It is important to note that that low body fat is also advantageous to swimmers as it reduces drag. The swimming leg of an Ironman event is 400 meters, and this is the distance that will be focused on throughout my client's program. Elite male swimmers have the obvious physical trait of highly developed shoulders, back, and chest muscles due to the large dependency on the upper body groups in shoulder flexion, abduction, external rotation, internal rotation, extension, and adduction. It has been established that Ironman events and lifeguard duties require high levels of aerobic fitness and muscular endurance. The fitness components will form the basis of the action plan to come. A combination of strength, muscular endurance-based resistance training, and aerobic-based swim training sessions will be incorporated to achieve increased anaerobic and aerobic fitness levels. A study undertaken by Newton Jones, Kramer, and Wardle found that swimmers who undertook a strength-based resistance training program, as well as regular swim training, had the greatest improvements in swim times over various distances up to 400 meters. Another study undertaken by Aspens, Knedley, Hoff, and Hegerold supported these findings and concluded that the combined strength, resistance training, and swimming training improved the overall performance of swimmers, namely athletes involved with the middle distances. The following will be tests used pre and post program to measure my client's performance and achievements in relation to the previously mentioned goals. An initial beep test to determine my client's aerobic capacity will be used. Another beep test will be completed at the end of the program to determine the improvements my client has made. A 3-day recall will be used initially to analyze my client's recovery process, including daily activities, food consumption, and sleep habits. Finally, for performance, my client will undergo a 400-meter swim trial to begin with, and fortnightly time trials will be undertaken to monitor his progression. In summary, my client is a healthy male who showed no risk throughout the pre-screening process with the exception of an unstable shoulder. However, this was cleared by his GP. His reason for the consultation was to improve his surf life saving in the Ironman event, this objective was broken down into health, behavioural and exercise-related goals. A needs analysis was then undertaken indicating the importance of aerobic fitness and muscular endurance in the Ironman event. An action plan followed with testing batteries to assess my client's baseline measures of fitness required. These tests will be used to monitor his progression.